everyone. Welcome to Power Brain TV. Subscribe for more videos and get faster notification of the video. Please like, subscribe, comment and share. Class 9 Kaveri, English. Chapter 5, POEM, 9 gold medals. Questions and answers. Check your understanding. 3. Let us appreciate the poem. 1. 2 examples of alliteration from the poem are I, silver and E, bronze. 2. Give 3 examples of visual imagery from the poem. I, the spectators gathered around the old field. E, the smallest among them, he stumbled and staggered, and fell to the asphalt instead. E, they came to the finish line holding hands still. 3. Give an example of auditory imagery from the poem. I, the pistol exploded. 4. How does the use of imagery make the poem more appealing? Answer. The use of imagery makes the poem more lively and effective. It helps the reader clearly imagine the race, the fall of the athlete, the helping hands of the others, and the emotional ending. Because of imagery, the poem becomes more touching and memorable. 5. How does the poet's tone change from the beginning to the end of the poem? Answer. At the beginning, the poet's tone is excited and energetic because the race is about to begin. In the middle, it becomes sad and tense when one athlete falls. At the end, the tone becomes warm, emotional, admiring, and inspiring when all the runners support one another. 6. What is the overall mood created by the poem? Answer. The overall mood of the poem is inspiring, emotional, and uplifting. It fills the reader with feelings of kindness, unity, and respect. 7. What is the message being conveyed by the poem? Answer. The poem conveys that humanity, compassion, teamwork, and empathy are greater than selfish victory. True success lies not only in winning medals but also in helping others and standing together. Critical reflection. I. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. 1. The 8 other runners pulled up on their heels, the ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one they all turned round and went back to help him and brought the young boy to his feet. I. Select the correct option to complete the sentence. The phrase, pulled up on their heels, means that the runners stopped running. A. Moved aside. B. Stopped running. C. Tried to run faster. D. Jumped ahead. E. Mention one character trait common to all the 8 other runners. Answer. Empathy, compassion, selflessness. E. What is the tone of the poet in these lines? Answer. The tone is admiring and deeply moved. It conveys immense respect for what the runners chose to do. IV. How might the young athlete have felt on being helped by the others? Answer. The young athlete would have experienced a rapid shift when he saw the 8 others stop and return for him, feeling relief and deep emotional warmth. V. Would you consider this incident as a turning point in the poem? If yes, why? If no, why not? Answer. Yes, this is undoubtedly the central turning point. Before it, the poem follows the expected spark of a competitive race. The moment the 8 runners stop and return, from that point, it is no longer about a race but the act of kindness. 2. That's how the race ended. With 9 gold medals they came to the finish line holding hands still, and a standing ovation and 9 beaming faces said more than these words ever will. I. How did the 9 contestants feel when they reached the finishing line together? Answer. The 9 contestants felt joyful and united. The beaming faces suggest ultimate happiness. It was not the competitive joy of defeating others but the deeper joy of completing the race as one. E. Why do you think all the 9 contestants were given gold medals? Answer. All 9 were given gold medals because they all demonstrated the highest qualities like courage, perseverance, empathy and selflessness. E. Complete the sentence appropriately. The holding of hands signifies a feeling of unity. IV. Choose the correct option to complete the sentence. The spectators giving a standing ovation indicates that they were amazed. A. Amazed. B. Speechless. C. Distracted. D. Thoughtful. V. Explain the last line of the extract. Answer. The line is, said more than these words ever will. The poet says that the standing ovation and beaming faces communicated something so deep that no words can fully capture it. 2. Answer the following questions. 1. Describe how the setting established in the first 2 stanzas of the poem create a vivid atmosphere for the events that follow. Answer. Stanza 1 establishes that athletes have come from all over the country, after many weeks and months of training, creating a sense of enormous personal investment. Stanza 2 adds the watching community, spectators gathered, this is the final event of the day, with excitement high. Quote. By establishing both the athlete's inner ambition and the crowd's excitement, the poet creates an atmosphere of heightened tension. 2. How do you think the youngest athlete might have felt when he fell? Answer. The fall was physically painful, but the emotional pain was far greater. After months of training, he saw those efforts collapse in a single stumble, in front of a watching crowd. 3. Why were the athletes eager to begin the race? Answer. The athletes had invested many weeks and months of training, and traveled from all over the country. The 100-yard dash was everything they had worked for. 4. What does the transformation of the 100-yard dash to a walk symbolize? Answer. Filled circle. The race, which existed to find the fastest runner, was willingly transformed into a shared journey. Filled circle. By slowing to the pace of the one who could not run, the others ensured no one was left behind. Filled circle. We do not always sprint alone, sometimes we walk alongside others and find that the walk is richer than any race. 5. How might the poem be different if the focus was solely on individual achievement rather than collective support? Answer. The poem would describe a single winner crossing first, with the fallen boy as a runner who simply failed. The 9 gold medals would not exist, nor would the standing ovation or the beaming faces. A poem about an individual winner in a race is ordinary. A poem about 9 human beings choosing each other over victory is extraordinary. 6. How does the poet's use of language and tone enhance the reader's engagement with the poem? Answer. Filled circle. Simple language makes the poem feel easy, like a story told by an eyewitness. Filled circle. Words like anguish, stumbled, staggered, dashed in the dirt, and beaming place the reader inside the scene. Filled circle. Phrases like the pistol exploding and 9 hands at the finish line keep the reader visually and emotionally anchored throughout. 7. What might be the poet's purpose of writing this poem? Answer. Filled circle. David Roth ensures the moment of collective compassion is remembered and honored. Filled circle. In a world that rewards individual achievement, the poem argues that the highest victories are those of choosing to be with others rather than ahead of them. Filled circle. The poem presents athletes with disabilities not as objects of sympathy but as individuals capable of extraordinary sporting greatness. Thanks for watching with Power Brain TV. Please support my channel. It's request please. Please don't forget to subscribe.